Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John here from Pro Craps. Boy, a little tired. Last night was a long episode of Craps Chat. I love that show. I love doing it. 3 hours is kind of a longer one, but you know what? You get a bunch of us together and we just can't stop talking. And you know, it's kind of a thing where you can actually go. Like, I think people watched Craps Chat last night and then left to watch Big AZ and then came back, or watched Brian and then came back because we kind of went that long. But it's all good, man. We have a good time up there, and it's good to see that even when people don't always agree on all the stuff, we're still here just because we love the game, and we're just kind of trying to get ourselves better, and we can talk about this crap around the campfire forever. And that's kind of what that show feels like to me. It's like just the campfire discussion that we all get to sort of participate in. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's go ahead and get my morning roll in here, and then we'll get started talking about some fun stuff. I got a lot of announcements to make today and a lot of things to get through. Like, Mondays are typically going to be kind of busy like that. So here we are. We're going to go again 320 across. I'm going to work this Butterburger strategy for all that it's worth, for lots of reasons. There's going to be my 320 across and my 3 cracks at the craps numbers. While we're going, we're going to waste 0 rolls here. This week we're going to have G-Dub. I'll show you his chip there. There's the G-Dub chip. I met Gary down there in Vegas. We hung out quite a bit, actually played a lot together. Great guy. And he's going to be our good luck charm this week. I'm going to put him right here on the 12. He's going to be our guy. So I love to roll 3 12s here while we're in this. So let's get warmed up and get a point here. We'll get a couple of hits in, and we'll get out of here with some money maybe today. We'll see how that works out. But Gary, you're bringing me luck this morning. Here we go. There's our first little throw there. It's going to be an 8. First point's going to be 8, and here we go. 3 shots in. Let's see if we can do it. It's our first crack at the craps numbers there. And let's go. Not a bad little roll, but would it be a Monday? Would it be a Coffee and Craps if I didn't do that? 617 PSO right out of the gate. Boy, you gotta love watching me throw in the morning, don't you? Let's take one more crack at it, like we did last week, right? I'm not gonna sit here for 2 freaking throws. Let's turn the puck off. We'll go to Vince's loan shark. We'll take out a loan for 350, and we'll do it again, just because I'm not satisfied with that. Here we go. Another point, and then we'll go ahead and talk. To a 426 this time. Golly, can I get? If it weren't for bad luck, I had none at all, right? There's a 426. Now we're gonna have to go make 320 out of this freaking thing. That's okay. I am not deterred. Here we go. Oh my God. Maybe I should just stop throwing the dice. 437. 2 PSOs back to back. 8, 7, 6, 7. I think I'm gonna take the message here, and we're gonna just run. We're gonna go to the alley. We're gonna run as fast as we can, and we're not paying this loan shark back. We're just gonna get the hell out of here and try and keep our kneecaps in place and run away, my darling. That's gonna be, golly, can you believe it? Just crazy, isn't it? But it wouldn't be a morning show if I didn't PSO right away and prove to you that every strategy does, in fact, suck a little bit. So here we go. All right, let me go. Let's go and say good morning in person. So hi. Wow, that's kind of a weird color on the thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Good morning, everybody. I see that chats are live today. Man, we got a bunch of people here already, and the chat is going. Everybody wants to know what the title of my show means today. It means I'm going to do like a Friday Follies thing on a Monday. That's what it means. It means I got some weird stuff planned here. I want to really compare 2 playing styles. It's not so much a strategy comparison. It's not like, it's going to feel like Waylon versus Vince or Waylon versus Skill, but it's not. I'm going to do a little bit of Skill 66 as one strategy and play kind of a who cares way with the other bankroll, because I want to look at, and again, I don't know the answer here. This is one of the things where I practiced it for 10 minutes last night just to kind of get a sense of the math, which is going to be a pain, frankly. But I want to give you a look at like different play styles in terms of bankroll management, because that's a question that came up in Crap Chat last night, was bankroll management. And somebody else asked in one of the Discord channels that I belong to, maybe Czar's actually, about, do you bring enough money for 10 shooters, and what does that look like? And how do you play with money for 10 shooters? So I'm going to show you, actually, if I get some 7s today, it'd be great during the rollout, because if I show you how that works in the rack, it may make some sense. So we're going to have one person really care deeply about that and one person not care about that at all. So that's going to be kind of the plan here today. It's gonna break my brain math wise because some of the bets get weird, but it's gonna be a fun exploration, I hope. But with that said, let's talk. Oh, that's gonna be the thing. I'm on the wrong page. Let's do our announcements real quick. So Friday night fights, great match, by the way, this past weekend. It was on Saturday, not Friday. We're having a lot of Saturday matches because of, life. This week it's me. I get to take on Carl. Carl beat Big AZ in an epic match. It was really, really good. Chris, man, what a role he had. It's funny because last week Chris's rolls were terrible, right? He was like Mr. 7. This week he was all over it and just let them bet like maniacs. It was great. I've got Carl this week coming up. Now, the problem with me is that I've got family coming in. My sister's coming in from Florida this week. She's coming in on Thursday. So my time, I may not be able to do it this weekend. And we may have to do it, I don't know when. We'll figure it out, how we're going to schedule that thing out. We may pre-record it and premiere it. I don't know how we're going to do it, but with her coming in, we have to figure out, because I'm not going to be around Friday or Saturday or Sunday this weekend. We're going to be doing family stuff. First time she's been to Seattle, so my time is going to be limited. And for that same reason, there will not be a Friday Follies live Friday. I'll pre-record my Friday Follies strategy, and I'll do it as a premiere on Friday morning. And when I do it as a premiere, what that means is y'all can jump in and chat while you're watching the recording of me doing it. So I can't interact with you, but it'll be like a regular day for you all. You won't even notice the difference because you can come in here and chat and make fun of me as we go. So that's going to be Friday. Next week, no show on Monday and Tuesday because, again, my sister's here. I'm not going to get up and bug the whole family while I'm doing a show. So no shows Monday and Tuesday unless I do a recording ahead of time. We'll see. I don't know. That seems like a lot of work. Well, we may just have to take a couple of days off next week and enjoy us some family. As I noted here, last night was an epic craps chat. It was really good. Big panel, a lot of discussion, a lot of questions. Jeff does a really good job of weeding through the questions and keeping us on point, which is really good. Some of us can get, I don't know who you're talking about, maybe me, can get wordy sometimes, but Jeff does a really good job of reining us in. And even with all that, it was still 3 hours. Probably 3 hours is too long, but frankly, we could have gone another 2 hours and people would have still asked questions. So it is what it is, man. I love that show. I love doing it. I think it was great. It was a lot of fun. So anyway, Craps Chat. I think, Jeff, did you put out a date? I know you're driving, and Skill might know the answer. If there's a date that we put out for the next one, I don't know when it is. I think Jeff mentioned it, but I forgot what he said. So anyway, Skill, maybe you put that in the chat if you know the date. But I think there's only one in August, just because of summer, and that's it. What else? Joe Craftsmaster Journey is doing great, by the way. We got to talk about this. He's got this great series that he's been wrapping up about etiquette and keeping yourself safe and managing your money and doing all these things. He's really putting out some videos about self-care with craps, which I really appreciate. And I think he's getting into some dice throwing as well. I'm doing the big dice control series as well. I'm going to march towards 20,000 rolls live. I've done about 400 already. I'm going to get what I've done up to 720, and then I'm going to reset the counter because I'm not doing it with the same dice set. I'm doing the dice control that I'm doing right now is just getting my groove down on my table, and I'm throwing the dice the way that I actually throw them, where I'm changing my sets as I go. I'm making adjustments on the fly, seeing if I can actually impact the results. I will stop doing that once I get the real first 10,000 going. And that'll be 10,000, same dice set, same spot, same everything. And we'll see what kind of control that I can impart. So that's going to happen probably starting mid next week. I'll get the 720 done this week. We'll get our first analysis of, that length of that number of rolls. Then next week, we'll start marching towards 10,000. And again, 10,000 gets me closer to the law of big numbers, which I think is going to be something statistically relevant. That's what we're trying to get to there. So that's happening. Again, over the next couple of weeks, we'll start seeing me transition, and I'll start giving reports on that as far as how I'm doing, like my daily dose of DI section that I've been doing, where I kind of combat or talk about like inflammatory statements about dice influence. I'll use that to sort of recap the nightly throws so you can see where we are. So hopefully that'll be interesting. I hope. If it's not interesting, I'm sure you'll let me know. So there's that. All right, what's next? What's next is, let's see. Oh, here's the deal. This is a good one from Chiro. He asked one last night. Do you change strategies when things aren't going your way? Now, Garrison, when he was on, he had a show he put out a few weeks back. a live show. And he mentioned, and he does this in his book, he mentions the 3 types of tables, really. There's the hot table, there's the cold table, right? So hot table, everybody, you're winning, it's all right side or it's all dark side, could be a hot table for you. The cold table where everything is just opposite of what you're doing. Then there's this thing he calls a torpedo table, which is as you're switching, no matter what you do, you get the wrong thing. Like I've run into this where it's like, okay, the table's cold, I switch to the dark side, all of a sudden they're come out 7s. Okay, back to the light side and they start PSOing. Like you can't catch it. You're just completely off kilter with the table. That's what I think what Chiro was talking about, is that torpedo kind of table where there's nothing you can do that's working. Like nothing works. And do you switch your strategy? That's kind of the thing I'm going to do today in the rollout is, do you switch your strategy or do you plow through, right? There's a school of thought that says bring enough money for 10 shooters to work your strategy. And that implies you're going to do the same thing for every shooter on the table at least 10 times around. So your mindset going into that table is, I'm bringing my spread times 10 and I'm going to just work it. If it works or not, I'm going to go for it, right? Or I'm going to kind of plow ahead. You're never going to change. The other person I'm going to be playing with today is going to have this enormous bankroll. Same thing. They're going to play their strategy all the way through. They have enough bankroll to level up and overcome, hopefully, the bad table. One person is looking for the hot shooter. One person's saying, I don't give a shit what the table does. I'm going to pound through it. There are other people out there who will say, tables have trends and you got to follow the trend and bob and weave. Now, if trending is real, number one, right? If you are of the mindset that, yeah, there is trends and I'm going to try and follow them, that's one piece of this, right? Then you got to hop the trend, get on it right, and do the right bets to kind of catch what's happening at that moment or in that series of moments at the table. That's where you get torpedoed if you don't know what you're doing. If you're reading it wrong, if the trend isn't real, if it's a false trend, if trends don't work at all, if any of that's true, you try and catching it, you're going to be chasing a rat all around the house or chasing a chicken like Rocky did and getting your butt kicked. And you're torpedoing yourself in that case. So I would say I have 2 basic ways of playing. I have a hot table way, a cold table way, and like the way that I want to play. And I start kind of in the middle and I see sort of a direction that I can feel the tilt, and I'll switch to that, and that'll be the way that I go. I generally have those 3 plans: what I want to do and what the table will allow me to do, sort of thing. And I'll just kind of bob and weave a little bit. And I'm not going like, I don't go from 640 across to 250 on the don't. Like, that's not that big of a swing for me. It's a smaller swing that I make. So I don't typically do big adjustments, Chiro. I tend to have a plan and stick, generally speaking, to my plan. And my middle of the road plan lets me go either way. And it's not a big jump. Like the Horseman's a good example, right? It's a little bit of a don't, a couple of come bets. If the table's going a little bit south, maybe it's a bigger don't. Maybe I put odds on that don't and I skip one of the come bets. Like, it's not a huge adjustment, but it's just enough of an adjustment to let me sort of ride the vibe that I'm getting. And that's kind of the way that I do it. Y'all may have way different answers to that, but I don't like big swings. I don't like to completely change my strategy mid-shoe because I feel like chasing that chicken. I don't want to chase the chicken because I'm not bankrolled enough to follow the trends around and survive all of that, right? I'm not bringing, like today, $5,000. I don't bring $5,000 to the table, right? So I can't brute force it. So there's my answer. Hope that makes a little bit of sense for you, Chiro. I like to kind of ride the middle here and then be able to adjust as I go. And that's it. So there it is. There's avoid the torpedo table. Don't torpedo yourself at the table by trying to chase it. You try and chase it, you're going to get caught. The chicken will catch you every single time. So there's my answer to that one. And let's see. Do I want to talk about this next? Let's talk about this, actually. The 10,000 roll. I'll talk more about this tomorrow probably. But when I start the series next week, when I restart my dice control or my dice influence practice sessions that I'm going to film, I'm going for 10,000 rolls, right? And the reason why 10,000 is that you get to some level of statistical significance. You get past the aberrations, 10,000 rolls flattens it all out. You're going to expect to see the actual normal bell curve when I throw 10,000 rolls. What I'm hoping is that I can get past that. And I think what I'm going to do, we're going to look at, and I throw the chopper, right? with the chopper toss, and I'll actually break it down for you. Maybe tomorrow morning, I'll break this same slide down. I'm going to show you how the dice actually roll in the chopper and what I'm looking for. Like what to me is a good outcome. And it's not always the numbers, right? You can't fixate on, I rolled 4 9s. You got to fixate on what the dice did. And with a controlled shot like this, you're looking at, can I make the dice do what I want them to do, which means not turn over or turn over twice in some way that I expect them to turn over. That's what you're looking for. So I'll give you a good demo of what I'm looking to see from the statistics. And I don't care about the numbers. I'm going to get to pure random, I know, in 10,000 rolls. What I want to see is, given that, can I impart, can I expect to see the bottom or the top or the bottom die sticking where I want it to stick most of the time? That's what I'm looking for, is just some level of the faces are doing what I expect. And I'll explain it more tomorrow, but that's it. 10,000 rolls to get there. And I'll break it down longer form tomorrow, because today I want to get to throwing. So that's it. So let's get out there and play a little bit of weird crap. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the strategy. I kind of teased it earlier, but here's what I'm going to do. I want to run the skill 66, which is 66 inside, drop a buck on a win because it pays 21, go to 88 inside, take a hit, come down to 44. So it's 2 hits. You're gonna have a small profit, between $4 or $5 profit. And then we're gonna half press until the shooter sevens out. So you're gonna get 2 hits to be even, which I love, right? I love being even in the hand early, right? It's a regression strategy. Quick press, quick regress, you're even. The other player is gonna just hammer it with bankroll, right? We're gonna put $5,000 in the rack for this guy here. I gotta clean the rack up, actually. He's gonna go with an inside ladder. He's gonna go, and it's not gonna be like a whaling ladder. We're just gonna go hammer this thing. We're gonna go 44 inside. He's gonna go press on the first hit, collect on the second hit, collect all the winnings on the second hit, and leave his bets up. Turn them off, but leave them up. He's gonna increase by $44 every single time. So the first couple of rolls, he's gonna lose money, right? He's gonna lose a little bit on the first couple of shooters, but we're gonna go from 44 inside to 88 inside to 132 inside to 176 inside to 220 inside. We're gonna keep on every single new point that comes out. We're going up by $44. We're taking 2 hits and turning our bets off. The goal for both guys is $200. So $5,000 to win 200, but we're gonna beat the living crap out of it with a bankroll play. It's going to be purely bankroll play. We're going to try and hammer this thing with bankroll only. $5,000 to win 200. The other guy is going to do the skill 66, and he's going to half press his way. He's going to do what most people do, which is bring 660 to the table. That's it. 10 times the buy-in. I'm actually going to bring 670, so I have some white chips to do the dollar throw-in. But really, he's going to play 10 times the same strategy. No laddering up, no laddering down, no chasing loss. It's just going to be $66 every shooter, period. That's it. So that's the 2 guys. They're going to play 10 shooters at $66, and we're going to play until that goal is hit. We're just going to beat the crap out of the bankroll, and that's going to be it. We're going to keep on. Waylon says the mountain of love, baby. We're just going to keep on moving this thing up. No matter what happens, I'm going 44 extra every single time. We're going to full press our first win. We're going to collect it all down and reset the bets. That's going to be it. So we're going to get into some weird bets. You're going to, at one point, we're going to probably be at like 308 across, which, everything pays $98. It's weird, but that's how it's going to be. So here we go. All right, let's head to the table. I'm going to go here. Get the KPI thing working. There's that. All right, let me bring the number enterer over, and I'm gonna have to reset the top bankroll there. And I'm gonna actually have it, it's gonna be kind of hard to see this, I think. Let me try and position this guy's bankroll where you can see it. Everything's backwards on the thing. I'm gonna put his we're not gonna play the hard way. So the skill 66 is gonna be right here. I'll put him down here, actually. Can you see that? No, God. I don't want him in the way though. You know what we'll do? We'll put him down there. That's the skill 66. He's got 660, and we'll give him 10 whites here. He has $670 in his rack. We'll put the whites back here. We'll put his play money up here. We'll put his profits over here. This guy in the back, I got to clean his rack out. I'm going to give him $5,000. That's about what he's going to need to get through this. So give me a second here I was playing around last night and I have all this money still in the rack. So give me a second here to do this. And again, this is going to get a little bit weird with his bet amounts. If we keep them at a 44 inside press every single time, the numbers are going to get a little strange. So let's go ahead and get him $5,000. There's one. Well, we'll do it in blacks. We'll do it in blacks if I have enough here. So there's 1,000. 1, 2, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. He has $5,000 in his rack. We'll get that up here. And again, I'll put that for him on this side. And I'll break them up into $1,000 spreads here in his rack so you can see it, $500 spreads rather. We'll just keep track of them as we go, and that's going to be it. So give me a second here to finish this up, and then we'll get started. Sorry I didn't prep this earlier, but there we go. All right, 4,000 in purple's back here. Now, he may be done quick. This is one of those, like, what Dice Degen's doing, right? Where he's kind of like, let's get to goal for who gets the goal first. And it really is going to come down to who has the better run today, right? If we're getting a lot of good inside action, we may see the skill 66 get there quicker, right? Because he's not going down. He's not turning his bets off after 2. So here we go. Let me get my coffee cup over next to me. And again, I'm going to roll it random. When I say random, I never like huck them hard. And I'm going to do what Waylon does. So we'll talk about this every day too, because I think it's important to reiterate the concepts. Every morning I play that Butterberg, the inside strategy. Give me 1 hit and then 3 hits to show you the value of a short game. The way that Waylon does his random throws is this. He'll never pick the dice up with a 7 showing, like so, or with a horn showing like this. Or he'll never pick the dice up with a hard way and throw them. So those are the 3 kind of like triggers for him. So what he'll do is when the dice come back off the wall, quick rotation into something easy. Okay, some easy comment, never a hard way, never a 7, never a horn. So as we do this, it's random, but I'm picking them up with just anything that's not ugly on top. So no uglies, and it's a light toss thrown to the back. We're not trying to beat the crap out of the wall, right? It's a rhythm throw. If you don't believe in dice influence, I don't care. But this is a nice, easy toss. And from the top 2 dice just being something other than a hard way, a 7, or a horn. That's how we're going to throw today. So I'm just going to give Waylon a shout out for that. He had a whole video on that. You all should watch it. I was telling him my whole life, I rolled this. I picked the 4s on top. I never cared about the sides because I wasn't a dice influencer. I wore number 44 when I played ball. So I picked that number all the time and threw nice and soft. I like his approach. Just give me something that's not what he would consider an ugly one, and let's go. So that's going to be it. Here we go. Coming out. Let's get a new point. It'll be a 5, a 3-2-5. 3-2. Again, I'll bring those up. I think the dice camera, by the way, is working today. The other day, when I had the camera problems, this was like my stomach or something. I don't know. It was crazy. Anyway, there we go. 5 is going to be the point. Let's go with the skill 66 is going to go 66 inside. So we'll go, I think I have 60 there. So we're going to go with $100. He's going to get $34 back, 34 back, and 66 out. So 66, including the point. When you call this out at the table, is 66 including? Because they'll always ask you that because dealers don't always know who's got line bets out there. So 66 including goes out with the 34 change. And here we go for this guy. Again, he's got plenty of white chips to make that first move. Back in here, drop $100, 44 inside. He's going to start a little bit lower, but we're going to crank him up. So it's going to be $10 levels instead of $15 levels as he goes. Again, 44 inside, including. All right, he's going to get 56 back and work from the front side of his rack, and hopefully we can get some profit on both these guys quick. So there's our point. There's our levels. What I'll probably do is reset the table out here, and I'll pay from the rack to make things a little bit quicker than keep resetting all the bets like that. So I'll do a lot of same bet and pull the money out of the rack and make the change that way so we don't have to dicker with out here. Here we go. 325 is the point. After all that talking, let's avoid big red. There we go, 516. Perfect, 516. So the skill 66 player is gonna get paid $21. There's $21. He drops a buck out of his rack. We're gonna get 22 inside pressure, like so. Let's make sure I've got the right number out there. He goes to 88. Here it is. Okay, in the back, he's gonna get paid just 14 bucks. And again, we're gonna full press, so he gets $14. We're gonna press up, in this case, I'll press up the 6 and the 8 for him. We'll put 2 on top, like so. He's gonna go to 18 bucks. With the 2 bucks, we're gonna grab the hard 4 and the hard 10, just to kind of keep some outside action happening for him. That's gonna be what he's gonna do. So there's that. They're both pressed up. This guy here will go off if we get a hit. Let's log that 6 in, 516. This will take me a little while to explain as we go here, but all right, there's a 6, 3, 9 Nina. That's perfect. 9 Nina. So what's gonna happen here is this. These pay, 20 pays 28, 25, 28 bucks. And he's gonna come down to 44. So we're gonna take 2 units off every one of them. This is the skill 66 working like it should. He goes down to 44. And I'm gonna show you what happens in his rack. I'm actually gonna color up these whites. I'm gonna need them anyway for myself. Coming back to his rack, and I'll even color the reds up. There's a green. He's got 50, 60, 72 bucks coming back to his rack. Okay, so he actually made a little bit of money there, like $6 or whatever that is in change. But he's good. He's golden now. He's got profit in his rack, not a lot, right? Enough to buy coffee, and he's down at his goal. He's down at his goal, perfect. The 9 here pays again 14 bucks, and he's off. He's gonna turn his bets off, but before he turns his bet off, his next level is gonna be 88. And again, for the next point, he's gonna do a 44 inside press. He's gonna jump all the way up to 88 bucks. Okay, so it's gonna take his win here. We're gonna get the 6 and 8 up to $24 each. We'll take the whites back to the rack. He's gonna drop a quarter to get his 5 and 9 up to 20 bucks, and take the quarter and his nickel chain. He's back up to 88, but he's off. Okay, he took his 2 hits. He took a press and then a collect. His collect actually turns into a kind of a power press. He's up at 88 bucks. We're gonna ride the rails here, right? Taking his 2 bucks back off the hard ways. He's out of the hand. This guy here now is playing for money. So he's gonna try and half press up, 639, by the way, and we'll half press him until the 7 comes. And there's an 8. There's an 8, so that's gonna pay 14 bucks. Let me get some whites over here. I may be out of chips soon. 10, 14 bucks on the 8. We're gonna half press that, so it's gonna go to 18 bucks. We're gonna take some profit back to the rack. All right, here we go. I'm gonna log that in at 628. 628. 325, that's the point. So he's doing good. 5 is gonna pay, again, 15. 15 for 1 out of his rack. I'll give it 1 unit press, not a full press, but we'll half press the base and bring it back up here. 325. New point coming. New point's a 325. Okay. Now, with a new point coming, he's turning his bets back on again. We're gonna have this guy here work, not between 7s. He's gonna work between points. Okay, so between points, he's gonna look for 2 hits up in here. And again, this is where his danger is. He hasn't collected a dime. He's got nothing in his rack yet, but he's got nice big bets out there. This guy over here has already collected some profit. So he's in an advantage position in terms of the competition so far. So the point is 5. There's a hard 8. 8 the hard way, the square pair, 4, 4. So the skill 66, the 18 pays 21. We're gonna half press that. Now again, at the $18 level, the half press brings you either to 24 or to 30. I'm going to be a little bit conservative here and just take him up to 24. Like so. Actually, my favorite press here is 25. We'll take 24. We'll take 15 bucks back into our rack. And back here, he's already, I got his bets wrong. Sorry. He should be at 24. He's getting paid 28 bucks, $28. And again, he can't, there's not enough money here to do the full press, right? We're going to full press what we have. So we'll take that 25. I'm going to make it look like nickels, like so. We're going to press the 5, the 9, the 6, and the 8, and take $6 back to the rack. A little tiny bit back. We'll full press what we earned, like so. That's going to make everything back up here look like quarters. He's at 110 inside. Now he's going to go up if we win here. 110 inside. He's still working, looking for one more hit. Let's go. 314. Nobody's on it. 314. Little Joe or Big Joe. Our friend, I got to get used to taking Big Joe first out of the gate. Another one, Big Joe. Back to back, Big Joe. 314. There's the 415. Point being hit. Love it. Love the point being hit. All right. So here, skill 66 is going to get paid 21 for 15. There's 21 bucks. Okay. Again, we're going to half press this here. I'm going to go up by 2 units, make it a quarter. He's going to bring back 11. So skill, always collecting. Always be collecting. Back in here, 35 bucks, 25, $35. That's coming back to the rack. We're going to pre-press him. So he goes from 44 to 88. His next bet's going to be 132. So it's $30 units across the back. So it's going to be 30, 30, 42, 42 for him. So out of his rack, we're going to drop the 10 bucks to bring the 5 and 9 to 30. We're going to need 12 bucks in here to make those look like 42. I don't have enough to do it. So we're going to make those 42. There's the 12 for each of them. Dollar change. These go to 42 bucks. And he's off. That's his next press. He's 132. That's 132 inside now, but he's off. We're still half pressing up in the front for skill. That was a 415, by the way. That's going to be our point, I think. Why is the... Oh, the point's 8, not 5. What a dumbass. Sorry. I might have messed up a payment in there. Either I missed the payment or I missed the thing. It doesn't matter. I missed the payment or I missed the point. But we are where we are. So we're at 42. We're at like 132 back here. Skill's working his way up. That 5 is hitting actually pretty good for him. Here we go. Next one. 5, 3, 8. Let's call that the point. 5, 3, 8. I think I paid us on the 8 and I shouldn't have. Again, we're talking a few pennies here. It doesn't really matter. Now the point's off. Puck is off now for the 8 being hit. How do we get paid? 24 in front. Pays 28 bucks. Okay. We're going to half press him up by 12. So from 24 plus 12, we're going to go to 36 with his bets. So 25, 35, 36 bucks on the 8. He's going to bring back, I'll color those up, another 16 bucks. Skill's doing great today. Let's go ahead and get some of these out of here too. I'm needing chips on the dealer side of things. I actually had enough chips to live, but I gave so many chips away that I'm kind of running low, and I'm having to keep restocking myself as we go here. So, and we also have 200 bucks in greens. I'm going to take those out of his rack really quick and just get you kind of a sense of where we are here. There is 300, 600, and there's 700 bucks. So he's working his way towards being in the profit level we need to be at. Let me take some of these whites out of here too. I'll take 15 bucks out. Not too bad. Not too shabby at all. Doing great. Okay, over here, he's off. Now we're going to get a new point, and then he'll turn his bets back on. He gets no payment on that 8. Here we go, coming out. 10, Good, I love it. I love the end points. I love it when the point is on the end like this. It's a 10, 6, and a 4. It's gonna work hard now. We're gonna work these insides hard. He's on for 2 rolls here. Here we go. 6, 4, 10. That's a bummer. We hit the point and nobody wins on it. 6, 4, 10, a complete waste of 2 rolls there. Let's go. Nice and easy into the back. There's that come out 7, the 6, 1. We knew we had a 7 in us, 6, 1, 7. Doesn't matter on the come out. How about a 4, 1, 5 on the come out? A 4, 1, 5. All right, that's gonna be our new point. Nobody gets paid. Back guy's bets are on. He's working now on that point of 5. Let's go, let's get it. How about a 3, 2, 5? Look at that, hitting the point back right away. Ricocheting the point, as they say. So that's gonna be puck off, $35 in the front, which is fantastic. And again, we're gonna half press him as best we can here. So with 35 bucks, the right half press here is $15. I'm gonna go ahead and, whoops, exchange the quarter for 5 reds. We'll go to 15 bucks in here. Now he's at 25, 35, 40 bucks, which is sweet. 20 bucks coming back home. Love that. Here, he's got 30, right? That'll pay 42. 35, 42 bucks. And again, the first hit in the series, we're gonna press everything we got here. I'm gonna take and get 5 for that. We'll go 2 here. We'll go 2 here. 2 each in the middle. I'm gonna have to drop $2 out of my rack to make this right. So now we're at 25, 35, 40 on the 5 and 9. And he's gonna be at, I think, 54. Yep, 54 bucks on the insides. Great. I'm gonna turn these reds in, color him up. Green, green. 54 on the inside, 6 and 8 rather, and 40 on the outsides, and he is, he's on for one more roll, he's on. Get that collect, turn him off. This guy here, still rolling out. Love it. The 5 has been marked. Let's go. Oh, I didn't, 3, 2, 5, we made the point. Now we set it again, 4, 1. That's 3 5s back to back. 5, 5, and they weren't the same. We had a 4, 1, a 3, 2, and now a 4, 1 again. So we're on the 5. Sweet. Nice little roll here, huh? Let's keep it right there. 6, 3, 9. Fantastic. So the 9 here is the first hit. It's going to be the $14. And again, we'll half press him with 1 unit. Back in here, 40 is going to pay 56. So there's that, and he's off. 56 bucks coming to the rack. He's off in the back, and his next level, we're going to press him up right now. We'll be at the 176 level, so it'll be 40, 40 on the outsides, 48 on the inside. So he actually gets a little bit of a regression here on his bet. So there's 40, there's 40. Inside, he's going to go to 48. So he's at 54. No big deal. We're going to pull this back. And his actual next 44 press from the last level would be 48 bucks. I'm going to bring in 50, 45, 45, 48, and $2 change. And there he is. He's all set for his next round, but he's off right now. Let me mark that 9 in there. 6, 3, 9. All right, let's go. I love this press, collect, off. Press, collect, off. It's a good little rhythm right there. 6, 2, 8. But of course, if you're going to roll like this, we're going to be fine no matter what, right? So 36 there. 42 bucks, which is great, right? Let's drop $1 and press him by $18. Bring that 8 up nice and far if we can, right? That's going to be 50, $54. He's climbing. That half press is a great, great press. Love it. Let's mark the 8, 6, 2. So he's doing great. We're doing really solid here. He's got 2 bets actually up pretty high, which is good. 2 bets that rival what's going on back here, which is pretty awesome. Okay, we do a quick rack check on him, by the way. Let's do the rack check because it's important to know where we stand. I'm gonna get nickels here, a nickel for those. 25, there's 50, because we have to know where we stand, right? So there's gonna be 600, 50, 60, 6. There's the 660 that he started with. He's got 125, 127, plus what's out here. So 127, there's 50. Another green is down here. He's at his goal. If he pulls down right now, he's at goal. And remember, the goal was 200. What do you do in this situation? I'm gonna ask an open question here in chat. Here's that situation where you got goal. If you pull your bets down, you're at goal. He could regress right now back to 44 inside, pull off enough money off that table to be at his goal and basically walk, right? Or you could ride this shooter out and see what you're gonna do. And I wanna know in chat, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to answer before I make the decision here, right? He can go to 44 inside, pull back enough money to guarantee him $200 in profit and restart the pressing from 44. One more regression, guaranteed profit for this player up in the front. The player in the back, right here, not quite there yet. He's close. There's 125. There's actually, that's $100. If I color him out in the rack here, there's $100. This right here, 4,000. 5, 6, 2,000, 3, 4. This is $5,000. Okay, he's got $18 in whites or whatever, but what he's got out here is 100, probably about $160 on the felt. Okay, he doesn't have goal yet. He needs to get another hit to get goal, but again, he can pull down too. He can also basically pull down and effectively lock up his profit for the day. Again, it's a great shooter, right? We're both pressing up at different levels here. Both guys are at goal, essentially. What do you do? So what are you doing? And again, put it in chat. I'm gonna give you a minute. I'll have a cup of coffee here and await your responses. Would you keep playing if you're the skill 66 and skill and luck? You're the guy. It's your strategy. Would you keep playing, right? I see Margaret Fields, pull it down and hit that 44 in play, right? Waylon, regress and play with any money over the win goal. Texas Crapshooters, run to 44 and then full press, right? Always lock profit. I love you guys. I absolutely love it. We're doing it. The skill 66 is going down. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go to 44 inside. Right, we're gonna take this. He's at 44 inside. We're gonna take the 75, if I have an extra quarter, 75, 78. There is, if I take the greens together, there's $200, okay? Now this is an important lesson for us. There's $200. There's extra whites if he needs to throw them in there for other stuff, right? He's locked. This is locked up going in your pocket, okay? Now we're playing short stack, right? And it's weird, it's a double regression. You're running for the hills on a great roll, right? Running for the hills on a great roll. But now, now you press. This guy here is looking for table max, right? You're gonna press to black. I wouldn't take another collection here until I was seeing black chips coming back. Now we're gonna go super aggressive and never regress again. This guy here just going for it, okay? In the back, he has work to do and will probably do the same thing. Once you get to the goal level, you're gonna short stack it. I would short stack it. That's the way I play. Again, I'm not buying it for 5K most of the time, so I like having that big 5K buffer just in case it goes south, right? Let's go ahead here and finish this point out. See what we get. 6, 2, 8, 8 easy. Again, guy in the back, he's still off, right? He took his hit. He's off until the next point gets made. Here we are, 5, 3, 8, or 5, 2, 8 rather. That's gonna pay $12. I would drop a buck and make it look like a quarter. This is my move. Make that a $25 8. I know some people think, what, $25 8? It's weird. 25 pays 29, and a full press there brings you to 54, which is a perfect bet. So I love bringing the 6 and 8 to a quarter because that second press to me is meaningful. So there's a 6, 2, 8. I marked that in, did I? No, 6, 2. Here we go. Aces. Nobody cares about the aces. Nobody cares about the aces. You might even start thinking about spreading out. 6, 3, 9. Same thing here, right? That pays 14 bucks. We'll do 15. 15 for one. Back in the rack, make that a quarter. So we're gonna start getting as fast as we can to blacks on the front guy. 639. Another one, 639. Yee-haw! Awesome. 639. 25. Pays 35. Full press. We're going up to 60. It's going to pay 84 for one or 85 for one. He'll be at the black level in one more hit. If we can get another 9, he'll be at black. Here we go. Ah, there's the 7. So the skill 66 is done. Okay. We left money out here. But again, the intent was you locked up, you're good, you're solid, you're out of the race, right? You worked hard on a great roll, got to goal, super. Puck's off. This guy here was off. That 7 did not affect him at all. 437. New point, 5. 4 and a 1. 415. Now he has to get at least a press and a collect out of this thing to call it good. Otherwise, he has to keep playing. 213. Ace freely. 213. 415. That's the point. 4 and a 1. We make it. That's cool. 40 pays 56. I don't know. 55, 56 bucks. All right. A lot of choices here. How to play that 56. We're gonna go ahead and grab. I'm gonna grab reds for it. I'm sorry, he was on there, by the way. And let's go ahead and get 2. I can get 2 per slot. We can make the 6 and 8 go up. Now we'll do. You know what? I'll do higher on the out. We're hitting more 5s and 9s and 6 and 8. So I'm gonna go up by 15 out here, and I'll get whites for that nickel. And by 12 each, here on the inside, we'll take $2 back as change. Now let me go ahead and get their bets cleaned up a little bit. 55. 55 on the 5 and 9. In here, it'll take me a second to get through this here. These are gonna be, I think, $6 in stacks there, right? And we're gonna be at, these are going to be at 60. A lot of work there to get to 60 bucks, but that's what that ends up being. They're at 60. 5 and 9 are at 55. Puck is off. Let's get a point. Ooh, 527 on the come out. 527. All right. 437 on the come out. Ooh, baby. 437. Wow, look at that. Another one. The 5s are hot this morning, man. Woo. 4 to 1. Here we are. YOLO. This is it. One hit and down. One hit and he's out of the hand here, right? One hit and down. 426. We got it. We got it. That's going to pay 70 bucks. And he's out. Okay. Out of the deal. Everything out here is going to be considered profit. There's 250, 300 bucks. There's 2 more greens. That's 300. So his profit is 300 and whatever these whites add up to. Not bad, right? But again, I mean, today was a beautiful rollout. He makes $308, 308. Interesting. My demonstration today was terrible. I would have loved to have had some 7s in there to break this apart. Both guys made their goal and really weren't sweating at all. So that's whatever. I mean, what I would have liked to have seen was some 7s. So I wanted to see the bankroll have to play in, right? This guy never lost. He won his first 66 and won 200 bucks off of it. This guy's first 44 won 300 bucks. They never sweated. Whatever. And maybe I'm a genius. Maybe this is the greatest scrap strategy ever. I don't know. What do y'all think? Is that the best scrap strategy ever? Don't stop shooting, he says. But Waylon, I have a day job. I'm sorry, I gotta go, man. I got to go to work. I should keep him out there with his extra money, but I do have to get to work. It's 9 o'clock, so that's pretty funny. Let's see. Let's go back here and just say, hey, how about that? Where was that roll? Where was that roll at 8 o'clock this morning when I started my 320 across? Why couldn't I have rolled 35, right? Insane. That was actually a really good run there. The SRR turns out to be 725 today, and I had like 5 come out sevens. That was a pretty good roll. So I may do this again tomorrow, because you got to see this thing run out when there's sevens that take your money away. And how does the 66 survive 3 or 4 PSOs or sevens, early sevens, versus the bankroll guy? So I'm going to roll the same thing out tomorrow. We're going to do the level comparison, maybe a couple days. I want to force it to be different, because that's a fun rollout. It's nice to make money. 29 rolls so far, Waylon. It's fun to make money like this. And actually, let me go ahead and show you the stats, because the stats are actually kind of interesting. Let's take a look here. Let's go, not there. We want to go here. Let me zoom in. Look at the 5. We should have rolled 3 5s. We got 9 of them. That's insane. The 8s were up and the 9s were up. The inside numbers were 19. We expected, so we had 5 extra inside numbers. That's why we did so great today. And the 7s that we got 4 7s. We expected 4. We got 4. 3 of those 7s were come outs. 1, 2, 3. 3 come out 7s. That's incredible. So it is what it is, right? 1 7 mattered in that whole sequence. And the 7 that mattered didn't matter because one player was down, the other player turned their bets off, right? They were off for that 7 anyway. It didn't even matter. So that's insane. And yeah, holy 5s, Waylon, right? Anyway, I see that mid-mo, Chiro. Was my kid shooting? No. But anyway, that was it. I think I'm going to do this again tomorrow. I think it's important for us to see. Now, I have to ask you all a favor. I'm going to go back to the screen here. I will ask you all one favor. Come on. Where's my screen? There it is. Before I go to work today, today is my 28th wedding anniversary. Yay for my wife for putting up with me for 28 freaking years. If you all would do me a favor and just write happy anniversary, Mrs. Procraps, in the chat. I want to see a string of those things, and I'm going to send her a screenshot of that she's having a rough day. That's why I was late. She's having a rough day at work, and I think that'll make her day. So if y'all would give me a happy anniversary, Mrs. Procraps, in the chat, I'll send her that as a screenshot. I think that'll make her morning a lot better and show some love. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that in advance. And again, thanks for staying with me this morning. It was a good rollout, but it didn't help me explain anything. So tomorrow I'll do it again. Hopefully we get more 7s and we can see how the bankrolls react to a negative rollout. That's what I'm hoping to see tomorrow. So there it is, guys. So that's what I got to say for today. Hope that helped. I don't know if it helped or not. It was good food for thought. We'll play again tomorrow and we'll make some better choices. Tonight I'll be rolling live for sure. In the garage, you'll see me do the finish out my 720 between tonight and tomorrow night, and then we'll reset the clock and I'll start explaining what I'm looking for. So with that said, love, respect to all you guys. Thanks again for being subscribers and all the support and all the well wishes that I'm seeing here in the chat and just your friendships. So that's it. Keep growing it. Have a great day, everybody. And I'll see you tomorrow, or I'll see you tonight and then again tomorrow. Bye.